The dream is real. Yeah! Can I get a standing ovation? For the authentic voice of culture, we are TKBS, and I am your lifestyle specialist, Kenny Burns.
And I am Kendra Taylor.
Yes.
She cute, ain't she, y'all?
Ain't she?
I'm Dr. Sugar. Hey, y'all.
Hey, y'all. How you doing, beautifuls? I miss you. Cheers. We want cheers to start the show off. Where's your cup? Come on, Kenny. Get involved in the mugs. Okay, all right. The mugs. All right, sip it. Now it's time for the tea. How was your weekend? Beautiful? Come on, Sugar. Tell me, because you was on boats. Your voice is different today. You sound like...
I sound like myself, because you're not about to menace me today. Okay?
I'm definitely going to menace something today.
Yeah, I was on an annual girls trip, rest, relaxation, rejuvenation. One of my friends started a group during COVID, and it has turned into something way bigger than what we ever expected. It was great. I feel rejuvenated. I feel like I can close out 24.
Yeah. You know, it's funny when people tell stories about weekends, but don't really tell you the story. You know what I'm talking about?
What else you want to know, Kenny Burns?
No, because your voice is ending in, when an extra comes in.
I was on 10. I feel great. I was feeling very depleted before I went. Y'all know my life. I be telling y'all.
Yeah. I just want to know.
Yeah, I feel very rejuvenated. I was yelling at the top of my lungs, singing at the top of my lungs, crying. All the things.
Sex. All right, cool. Well, great.
No. Calm down. It was all girls.
That's I was talking about. Okay, Kendra, how was your weekend, beautiful?
My weekend was good. I got out a little bit. And so I met up with my cousin. We spent a little time together. And I played outside with my son. Did a little football thing.
I saw that.
Pretending like I know what I'm doing, but I don't. And then I put up my tree.
I saw that, girl. Yeah.
That's it.
Big ass tree in that big ass mansion. You was doing it by yourself. Where the fuck was Fred?
I think he was putting together something. He was doing something else. I need a heater out on the patio, so he was putting together that heater because I need to be able to utilize my patio even when it's cold. Okay.
That's what's up. Big shout out to Big Fred, Little Fred.
Yes.
Getting tackled and putting up heaters. The dream is real. Well, I enjoyed seeing you put your Christmas tree up. I am not following suit yet. I'm gonna wait till after Thanksgiving just so the people can come in because Jessica almost put that motherfucker up. I feel like it was a new slip on the counter I saw with some 12-foot tree like yours, Kendra. I'm not ready. I'm tired of putting the shit up and down. You know what I'm talking about? There's shit everywhere, just all over the place. But anyway, y'all want to know about my weekend? Go on, ass.
How was your weekend, Kenny Burns?
You know what? I am so glad you asked, Sugar. Rest in peace to the legend Clark Kent, y'all. We went up to New York City. And, we took this picture by the mural. My original crew and I, we were by the mural. We took this amazing picture. And ironically, y'all, so the name 2620 is the name of my crew. You know what I'm saying? And it was bugging me out because I had called everybody the morning of let's make a pit stop in Brooklyn by the mural and take a 2620 picture. We don't have a group picture of the homies. Like my day ones, we haven't had a picture in some decades all together. That's crazy, right? So I was like, let's go to Brooklyn. So we met in Brooklyn. We took this amazing picture. And ironically, the guy, him and his brother's name is Randy. They're the actual address where we got 2620 from. And I didn't know he lived around the corner from the mural. I called my partners because, the TJ and Randy, whose house it was 2620 Blaine Drive. We connected, you know what I mean? But that's not like crew. You know what I'm saying? My everyday moved to Cali together, moved to Atlanta together, moved to New York together. These were our childhood friends where we all met at their house. But he lived around the corner. And it was so serendipitous that, you know what I'm saying? You like that word? It was so serendipitous that we were going there to take this picture and happened to have Randy. He's the one with the dog in the picture. But big shout out to Randy and TJ. That's the original 2620 house. And big shout out to my original 2620 crew. We got together. We got to send our brother off amazingly. Ladies and gentlemen, I had a moment. Did not cry. I did not cry. I was prepared. I was being a pillar for others who weren't. But y'all, we went upstairs. There's a Black-owned hotel called Indigo in Williamsburg, Brooklyn. You gotta stay there if you go to New York City. It is bananas. It's beautiful. And after the service, we went to the hotel. They had a big thing in the ballroom, eat food, all the things. So then They were like, you got to go upstairs. DJ Beverly Bond is DJing. And I'm like, what? We're going to go up there and, because I hadn't had no drink in 2 months, y'all. So I was overdue for a drink, and I wanted to smoke some reefers. Because all the reefers was in the building. All the reefer dealers and the reefers peoples had the reefers. And I wanted, that's a big shout out to Hawaii. Mike, Izai, they smoke the best. If you want to smoke, you might want to find them. So I got there and went upstairs. Oh man, I'm up there, I'm having a good time. And all of a sudden, Dana Dane is there, and Monifa is there. And I'm like, wait a minute, it's time to make some magic in honor of our dear brother. And when I tell you Dana Dane, and then I saw Monifa, and I was like, ladies and gentlemen, Monifa's in the building. And she came in with that. Oh man, it was beautiful, man. It was beautiful. And we sent Clark off, right? So big shout out to everybody I got to see and reconnect with. It was so many, too many to name, but I love you. I honor the time we had. We're gonna be more intentional about that going forward. But then we lost Chubby Baby. Big shout out to Chubby Baby, man. Chubby died, man. This man been fighting some issues for a long time. And literally, I'm at my son's game and I hear the news. I'm like, what is going on? And child, the weekend ended with Kenny Burns III getting 29 points, 9 assists, and had the game of his college career. I mean, he was on fire, and I was off the chain. I was in there cussing, child, and people had to come over to me. It's a whole nother episode, but they had to come see about me because I was like, I thought this was Life University. You got trees, you're healing, because the whole institution and university is about healing, and they was filing and doing all types of. I'm like, I thought you were peanuts and granola. Anyway, so big shout out to Life University. Big shout out to Spartanburg Methodist, where Kenny goes to school and achieved his highest scoring and assist game in his college career. Yes, round of applause for Kenny Burns III. And now it's time for episode 109, when they show you who they are. Believe them. Now listen, we're all slightly depressed still. Yeah, no, people are having real issues. People are having real bouts of how do we go on? How do we exist? What's going to happen? I was just at the UPS store because Miguel done cut the AT&T power to Loveland, and I couldn't print my thing out, so I had to go print the thing out. I'm in the line, and the ladies are all, attentive to me because everybody, that's where our P.O. box is. Everybody knows us, whatever. And this white guy came in, and he wasn't seeing none of the energy being exchanged. He just walks to the thing, starts talking, they're like, oh, we're dealing with him, so okay, cool. Then I turned around, I was like, looking at him. He backs up and bumps into the computer. When I tell you, the energy was off the chain, and the next dude came in with a Tesla t-shirt on. So the Indian lady says to the man, she said, oh, so is that, you know what I'm saying? You're a Tesla owner? Blah, blah, blah. And she's talking like ain't nothing wrong with it. And I'm just kind of ear hustling, seeing what he about to say. And I'm like, yeah, because I sold my Tesla X. Kendra about to sell hers. I ain't say your name, I'm fucking with you again. But I said, I sold mine. And ain't nobody dealing with those devils. And boy, them folk in that UPS store was like, and that's how I'm going from now on though, because it's not okay. And if you're not on the bullshit, then you can come play in my world. If you can't, I want you to be uncomfortable. Last week was another reminder that this is America. The ideals they want us to believe this country was built on is all a lie. I mean, this is our preamble. We, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity, do ordain and establish this Constitution of the United States of America. But they forgot to add, y'all, and to ensure white supremacy.
Message.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they forgot to put that in the Constitution because everything they've ever told us about the land of the free, the home of the brave, we are one, we're a nation of immigrants. No, you hate the immigrants. You hate your own people. Now, there are many things that happened over the weekend, but the lawyer for Donald Trump, Mike Davis, commenting on Attorney General Letitia James, was super out of pocket. Check out this clip.
To Big Tish James, the New York Attorney General, I dare you to try to continue your lawfare against President Trump in his second term, because listen here, sweetheart, we're not messing around this time. And we will put your fat ass in prison for conspiracy against rights. And I promise you that. So think long and hard before you want to violate President Trump's constitutional rights or any other American's constitutional rights. It's not going to happen again.
Yeah, Sugar, I saw your face. Clearly you were on the boat shaking your ass with your girlfriends and didn't get a chance to hear that rhetoric. Please give me your opinion, my love. And shaking your ass with all due respect because you have a great... Okay.
I'm just going to ignore that last little tidbit that you decided to add in. But, I just don't... First of all, don't sweetheart someone.
Woo.
That is just like calling someone boy or girl. Don't sweetheart me. I'm not your sweetheart. My name is. And if you really want to be for real, you can call her doctor because she has a Juris Doctor. Don't play with her. Number one. Number two, did you just call that lady fat?
Disrespectful ass bitch.
Like, what kind of professionalism are you exhibiting? What the hell is wrong with y'all?
What the hell is going on?
Like, people are really out of pocket. And I'm not speaking about general races. I'm talking about people that are completely disrespectful and feel like they have the audacity, as we love to say, the unmitigated gall to say whatever they want to say on whatever platform they have. What the hell is going on?
Yeah, they don't realize, Sugar, they not him. You don't have security detail 24/7. You don't have all these luxuries that Donald Trump is being afforded. And you, sir, can get your head knocked off. Ken, how do you feel? Because to hear him talk about a black woman like that in the open, this is getting, to Sugar's point, out of hand.
Oh, it's definitely out of hand. And it's only going to get worse. The chaos is coming. This is what they exude the first time. When he was elected the first time, it was nothing but chaos. The tweets have started. Everything has started. And then you have people sitting there like, well, I seen an interview with some immigrants and they like, well, he's not going to come after our family because they're doing good. He's going after the killers. And no, he's coming after all of y'all. And y'all voted for him to get in there. And then going to say he ain't going to mess with our people that's illegal because they're not doing illegal things. Like, how stupid can you be? Like,
You got to be a stupid motherfucker.
That was some ignorant ass shit. I can't believe these people, how they are responding. They really think they have a chance. He don't give a fuck about y'all.
About nobody. And all these Spanish people that think you white, y'all are gonna be top of the list, feeling the weight of his ignorance. And Sugar, I know you had something else to say, child. You was itching by to scratch your lip off.
Here's the thing. He don't even care about white people.
That's it.
If it's not about him, he don't care about it. So it doesn't matter. It's like feeling like, okay, you got a friend that you see do people wrong, right? You see them do people wrong and you be like, oh, they would never do that to me. Baby, you a lie.
Yes.
They will do it to you. If you see them do it, they will do it to you. It's the same concept of if you cheat with somebody, they're going to cheat on you. It's the same. How you get them is how you lose them. If you see them do it, they'll do it to you. It's the same concept. None of us are exempt. It don't matter whether you are a good Hispanic person, good white person, good black person. Baby, it don't matter. If you're not on his agenda or doing something to serve his purpose or make him look like the better person, you are going to be a target. So don't be confused. Don't be confused.
Yes.
Do not be bewildered. Do not be confused. Don't have the wool over your eyes. He doesn't care about anybody but himself.
That's it. And that was a great point because Nikki Haley, Pompeo, all of them done got ousted. He done went immediately to people that didn't show full support the entire time, you know what I'm saying, he was running for office. And ladies and gentlemen, why would they? Why would any human? This man became more unhinged and won the presidency of the United States. We are in a trick bag. And the reason I keep saying white men, because most of you white men are not good humans. I'm sorry. Because at the end of the day, he targeted white men with every ounce of his being in his campaign. Everything he said and did, and they're talking about it. And we're gonna get to the things that are going on in North Carolina when the Democrats won everything in the state but the presidency, House sway. There are all types of things and conspiracy things that we're gonna get into momentarily, but white men, y'all got some splaining to do. I'm talking about the ones that's on the right side of history. I'm not talking about the devils. The devils are the devils gonna be the devils. And the devil's wives too. Ain't no help for y'all. Because y'all gonna support whatever them devils do. And y'all gonna get it today and as the world turns with Kenny Burns. But the point I'm trying to make is, what type of white man says the things like Nick Fuentes said. Did y'all hear what the right wing fucking, is he an activist, Tiffany? What is his, is he a congressional, what, does he have any purpose outside of the algorithm? Play this clip.
Hey, bitch, we control your bodies. Guess what? Guys win again, okay? Men win again. And yes, we control your bodies. Hi, I'm your Republican congressman. Hi, I'm your Republican congressman. It's your body, my choice. And men, women again. Men win again. There will never, ever be a female president. Never. There will never be a female president, ever. It's over. Glass ceiling. Dude, it's a ceiling made of fucking bricks. You will never break it. Your stupid face keeps hitting the brick ceiling. We will keep you down forever. You will never control your own bodies. You will never be the president of the global empire. Never gonna happen, sweetie. Your body, our choice.
Listen, that's the white man I'm talking about. If you supported Donald Trump outwardly, you're him to me. If you supported Donald Trump in the privacy of your home and in that voting booth, you're him to me. Those are the white men I'm talking about. How do y'all feel about that? Because, I mean, as women, it has to make you feel fucking outraged.
Let me tell you something. Nick, tune in, sis. Because you're not no man. Men don't do that.
Ooh, come on.
You don't have to prove yourself as a man by belittling women. You got to be big and strong enough to be yourself. You don't have to belittle a woman to feel power. You don't have to do that. And second of all, your last name is Fuentes.
Hello?
Why do these people think they are supreme white? They don't like you either.
Fuentes is not Anglo-Saxon.
At all. Fuentes. Okay?
Fuentes, ¿qué?
Let's please not get okay. Goodbye.
Suavemente, bésame, que quiero sentir tus labios besándome otra vez.
Kendra, talk to me.
This not a laughing matter, so let me get back serious. It's disgusting. Like, it's like we're living in a Twilight Zone. This shit is above me. Like, I just can't believe like people like this exist still.
But how are they allowed? Hold on, Ken. How are they allowed? What world do we live in that other men aren't checking these men? I'm confused.
Because a lot of them are evil and think like him. He's exemplifying what they are. That's what they are.
Child.
They done took their hoods off. The
For
hoods
real.
is off, baby. The game is on.
Yeah.
This is what it's about.
Yeah.
And y'all better take heed to what's taking place.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be strapped the fuck up. You run up on me if you want to, talking that crazy mess. This is serious. It's
Hell
really
yeah.
serious. Listen, we gonna have to, our community need to get together. We gonna have to get the Black Panthers back out here, baby, because this is some shit.
But you know what's crazy about that? And we're going to talk about that in some housekeeping conversations coming soon, like in 2 more minutes. But I feel your spirit in that because it's time for action. I'm not going up out this world not saying my piece. I'm not going out this world thinking that or having you think you could say whatever to me and you could do whatever in my presence. You might be able to do whatever you want to do on the internet. You know what I'm talking about? In your surroundings, you can't come around me doing that shit. I'm checking it at the door. And I'm making everybody uncomfortable. I'm holding up the plane. I'm doing whatever I gotta do so that somebody feels what we feel right now. I don't feel safe. I don't feel wanted. I don't feel respected. And if I don't feel that, as a leader in my community, how do the people that follow me feel? How do the people that look to me feel? That don't have the strength I have, resources I have, means I have, how do they feel? But see, that's where white men don't give a fuck about nothing but themselves and power. I'm not even gonna say money, because obviously money comes with power, but they don't give a fuck about nothing. But again, a plead to our white sisters. We got some on the right side of history, but the ones that still supporting the devil, you are the devil too. And what happens to you because of their decisions is on you. People go to jail for conspiracy all the time. People go to jail for being in the wrong place at the wrong time all the time. You choose to be with that bullshit?
We got to fight the powers that be.
I posted this the other day on the Kenny Burns show, and it was a conspiracy theorist report by a activist account led by the Donkeys. It was masterful. And I don't know if you really listened to it or saw it, but if you didn't see it, here it is. And if you didn't listen to it, I need you to really tap in.
This is the story of how the world's richest person, the owner of Tesla and X, bought the global town square, then corrupted it before using his immense wealth to help elect a convicted felon. April 14, 2022. Elon Musk makes an unsolicited offer to buy Twitter for $44 billion. He claims the site has become politically skewed and says, for Twitter to deserve public trust, it must be politically neutral. October 27th, the deal goes through. The next evening, a far-right conspiracy theorist breaks into the San Francisco home of Democrat House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, intending to kidnap her. Pelosi is away, but the man attacks her husband Paul, hitting him repeatedly on the head with a hammer. Paul Pelosi escapes with his life, but requires surgery for a fractured skull. While most people take the chance to decry political violence, the new owner of Twitter, Elon Musk, posts a tweet sharing an entirely false claim that Paul Pelosi was in fact injured in a drunken fight with a male prostitute with whom he was involved. Musk includes a link to a false claim on a website that has a history of publishing conspiracy theories, including a story asserting that Hillary Clinton is dead and has been replaced by a body double. Musk's post is retweeted 24,000 times before he deletes it. November 18th, Musk's Twitter starts to unlock previously banned accounts. Misogynist far-right influencer Andrew Tate was permanently banned from Twitter in 2017 after urging women to, quote, bear some responsibility for rape. Now he's back. Tate posts, I've decided to fly to the failed state of California, walk into Twitter HQ, and tell @Elon Musk he's a legend. On my way. 2 months later, Tate will be arrested in Romania on suspicion of human trafficking, rape, and forming an organized crime group. December 8th. 3 members of Twitter's Trust and Safety Council resign. In their resignation letter, they cite research that found slurs against Black Americans and gay men jumped 195% and 58% respectively since Musk's takeover. 3 days later, the remaining members of Twitter's Trust and Safety Council are dismissed. Musk then tweets that, quote, my pronouns are prosecute Fauci, a reference to a conspiracy theory that the COVID crisis was exacerbated by America's top infectious disease doctor. December 16th, having claimed he's a free speech absolutist, Musk bans @ElonJet, a Twitter account that tracks the movements of his private jet using publicly available data. Musk also bans the accounts of a number of journalists who have written about @ElonJet. February 12, 2023. Ahead of the Super Bowl, both Musk and President Joe Biden tweet their support for the Philadelphia Eagles. Biden's tweet is seen 29 million times, Musk's just 9 million times. Incensed, Musk leaves the game early and calls an impromptu meeting of Twitter engineers at 2:36 a.m. Their job? To change the Twitter algorithm to artificially inflate the reach of Musk's tweets by a factor of 1,000. Making him the preeminent presence on the site. July 23rd, Musk announces Twitter is now called X. August 25th, Donald Trump, once banned, returns to the platform by posting a picture of his mugshot from Fulton County Jail with the words, election interference, never surrender. Musk reposts the shot. 4 days later, X reverses Twitter's long-standing ban on paid political advertising. November 15th, in a post promoting the racist conspiracy theory that Jewish people are importing immigrants to America to fix elections for Democrats, one X user writes, Jewish communities have been pushing the exact kind of dialectical hatred against whites that they claim to want people to stop using against them. Musk replies saying, you have said the actual truth. In response, several advertisers, including Disney, Warner Brothers, and Comcast, paused their advertising on X. Musk then tells advertisers concerned by hate speech on the platform,
go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. Is that clear?
Over subsequent months, Musk will become obsessed with the false claim that Democrats are allowing immigrants into America to create more Democratic voters, in effect stealing the coming election, sharing the claim numerous times with his followers and pushing it to tens of millions more who choose not to follow him. A year later, it will be revealed that Musk, a South African immigrant, worked illegally in the US in the 1990s. November 25th, on X, Musk boosts the Pizzagate conspiracy theory, a long-debunked claim alleging high-profile Democrats ran a pedophile abuse ring from a Washington pizza restaurant. March 25th, 2024. Musk loses a lawsuit against the Center for Countering Digital Hate. He'd sued them after they flagged a rise in hate speech after Musk bought Twitter. In his ruling, a U.S. district judge calls Musk's case vapid and says this case is about punishing the defendants for their speech. May 2024, Musk creates a political action committee which he calls America PAC. Its objective is to mobilize 1 million Republican voters in swing states in an effort to hand the election to Trump. Musk commits to putting tens of millions of dollars of his own money into the Get Out the Vote push and clears his calendar every Friday morning for 30 to 60 minutes to meet with the team he's assembled to run the effort. July 14th, Musk calls Trump on behalf of J.D. Vance, urging Trump to select Vance as his running mate. Vance says abortion is murder and insults women who haven't become mothers.
A bunch of childless cat ladies who are miserable at their own lives and the choices that they've made.
Musk's phone call is part of a broad effort by Silicon Valley billionaires to ensure Vance is selected. The next day, Vance is unveiled as Trump's vice presidential candidate. September 6th, Trump says that if he wins, he will appoint Musk to head up a government efficiency commission.
And Elon, because he's not very busy, has agreed to head that task force.
The idea came from Musk, whose companies are currently facing at least 20 federal investigations. If he gets the role, it would give the world's richest man the power to regulate the regulators who hold sway over his companies. Last year alone, his companies were promised $3 billion across nearly 100 different contracts with 17 federal agencies. September 9th, Musk spreads a conspiracy theory that immigrants in Ohio are eating people's pets. The following day, Trump repeats the slur during the presidential debate with Kamala Harris.
In Springfield, they're eating the dogs.
The false claim leads to multiple bomb threats against the Springfield immigrant community. September 15th and 16th. Over a single weekend, Musk amplifies a conspiracy theory that ABC leaked sample debate questions to the Harris campaign, falsely claims that the Dems want to take your kids, further fuels racist lies about immigrants eating pets, shares with his nearly 200 million followers on X that Trump must win to, quote, preserve freedom and meritocracy in America, and insinuates that it is suspicious that no one is even trying to assassinate Biden and Kamala, adding a thinking face emoji. The U.S. Secret Service confirms that it is aware of the post. The White House issues a statement saying violence should only be condemned, never encouraged or joked about. This rhetoric is irresponsible. October 4th, Musk posts, unless Trump wins and we get rid of the mountain of smothering regulations that have nothing to do with safety, humanity will never reach Mars. This is existential. Musk is the owner of SpaceX and stands to make billions from U.S. government space contracts. October 5th, the user handle @America is taken from an X user and given by Musk to his America PAC. That evening, he joins the former president on stage in Pennsylvania, jumping about wildly.
Fight, 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 vote, vote, vote.
By now, he's moved with his senior team to a war room in a hotel in Pennsylvania to focus full-time on the Trump campaign. He speaks to Trump multiple times a week, is doing a series of pro-Trump town halls across the state, and has recruited lieutenants from his companies to join him. October 15th, legal filings from Musk's Political Action Committee show he has personally donated at least $75 million to the effort to re-elect Trump. October 18th, it's revealed that another Musk-funded group called Future Coalition PAC is targeting Muslim voters in Michigan and Jewish voters in Pennsylvania with diametrically opposed political advertisements about Kamala Harris. In areas with large Muslim populations, the group is painting Harris as a close friend of Israel and is suggesting that she's beholden to the beliefs of her Jewish husband. But in areas with large Jewish populations, the ads say Harris panders to Palestine. Simultaneously, Musk is offering $100 to any Pennsylvania voter who signs his online petition as part of an effort to build a list of likely Trump voters. He also starts giving away $1 million a day to a randomly chosen voter who signed the petition. October 19th, it's revealed that the Building America's Future PAC, another Musk-funded campaign group, is impersonating the Harris campaign by setting up a fake website containing fake policy positions, then sending out text messages driving voters to the fake site. October 24th, it's revealed that Musk gave his America PAC a further $44 million in the first 16 days of October. October 25th, the Wall Street Journal reports that Musk has been in regular contact with Russian President Vladimir Putin since 2022. October 27th, Musk speaks at the now infamous Trump rally at Madison Square Garden, a gathering characterized by racism, misogyny, and threats of violence.
USA! USA!
Musk has posted more than 3,000 times on X in the last month, including dozens of unfounded claims about the election which have been viewed hundreds of millions of times. Apart from Trump himself, Musk is now the single biggest spreader of election disinformation. November 5th, Trump wins the presidential election. Elon Musk, a far-right conspiracy theorist, has succeeded in using his immense wealth to help swing the election in favor of a convicted felon.
Child, Kendra, I told you, sell that motherfucking Tesla. I'm gonna send you 5,000. I'm sorry, 2,500. I'm gonna send you 2,500, and then you can get rid of that Tesla, child. You don't want no Tesla no more, do you?
What's that gonna buy me?
It's gonna do something.
No.
Towards. But y'all, how y'all feel about that? Because I don't know. I just don't know, like, this might be a conspiracy theory, right? But everything I heard could be tied to the truth. I mean, everything. When you talk about why Elon Musk bought Twitter, when you talk about all the rhetoric that was banned from Twitter and then allowed back on Twitter when he bought it. And then he gets rid of the majority of the staff. All the safety measure departments, all the, you know what I'm saying, like ethical department, he got rid of immediately. And now this is all playing out because I said it on last week's episode. The man was quiet, but there was some work being done behind the scenes. The man was quiet and then came out like a cold white man dancing the jig for Donald Trump. Oh, he came and started running on stage, had the black MAGA hat, the Make America Great, he's the Darth Vader of the movement, blah, blah, blah. This shit was playing, y'all. Talk to me, Ken.
You know what? I have gotten to the point where I'm about ready to get rid of this motherfucker because I just can't. I can't. I've even been looking at the list that have supported and contributed to Donald Trump's campaign. Like, yeah, I don't know if I can shop there no more because this is personal to me. And that whole clip was very disturbing. And part of me is really thinking they need to look deep down into these votes. Just like they wanted a hand count before, I think we need to go into a hand count because the way that they manipulated the algorithm and things like that, who's to say that they couldn't manipulate votes when you put them in those machines?
No,
like
for sure.
This stretch, their reach is something.
Yeah.
And it needs to be looked into. And it's evil. And if anybody is not concerned after watching that, you need your head checked because I'm concerned for everybody at this point. Not just minorities, but everyone. The United States as a whole. I'm concerned.
The world as we know it. You're absolutely right. Because, Kendra, to your point, we are the dumbest people in these United States. You know why, Kendra? Because at the end of the day, we set the tone. We set the pace. We buy the most. We create the most. We've given this country more than anybody has given it. Now they want to erase our history for giving it. And then what? But I will tell you this, and this is what we can control to Kendra's point. We don't have to buy none of the racists, the outwardly racist, because I'm sure there's some racists behind the doors, child, that they're going to be quiet so they can continue to get our money. But if you outwardly fucked up, if you outwardly saying, fuck me, this man, I bought a Tesla X, it was $100,000. He 2 years later drops the price of the actual vehicle. He didn't care about my equity. He doesn't care about you. This scientist, Neuralink shit. Tiffany, do you know about that company? They created that marketing company. Tell the nation about that.
Yes, sir. It is called Starlink Marketing Company. And basically what they do is they are sending out those messages. I mean, as we saw in the video, the Starlink Marketing Company, which helped fund his PAC, to be honest with you, they were responsible with all the misinformation and disinformation that was being spread during the election. One of the things that everyone on this screen had talked about on the show and during the recap was that the disinformation was running high. And I mean, they were successful. Look at how they had us focusing on black men when black men were overwhelmingly supporting black women.
Right. Listen, when you think about the post I made saying Kamala's name, I got like 7,000 comments. They're still commenting. The results are in. You allegedly won the election. Why are you still commenting on my page? But they're not going to just, to your point, Ken, they're not just going to keep up with, spreading disinformation and misinformation. They gonna be on your head talking shit to you, trying to evoke some type of emotional reaction out of you. That's what I'm trying to say. Most of these people are cowards. The majority of ones who think that they are doing something and they tough, because they talking tough in my la joint. They talking tough. You ain't shit. What you gonna do? Don't let them do that to you online. Don't go down that rabbit hole, because in person, most of them suckers. In person, most of them ain't gonna bust a grape. And you have to be mindful of your surroundings. Jessica and I, we're gonna get something to eat. I'm following a dude, got a whole Trump flag on the back of his shit. He got the writing on the windows, all the shit. And part of me pulled up fast beside him because I wanted him to look at me and I wanted to say something. But then it was like, oh, they want a reason to act up. They want a reason to act up. And a lot of people aren't sane. So I want you to keep that in mind too. But don't let nobody be in your space though, talking that shit. He was not in my space. He was driving beside me. And if I'd have said something, I would have been the aggressor. And I wanted to be the aggressor. Ooh, I wanted to be the aggressor. I wanted to whoop him and his friend just for the flag. These were the emotions that I had, because you are outwardly going harder now that this person is elected. So that means you wholeheartedly believe in the things that they believe in. But I want to do some housekeeping really quick, and I'm coming to you, Shook, because this is getting out of hand. If you are not a white supremacist, then I want you to shut the fuck up. 50 Cent coming out, posting I'm rolling with the winner after the election. You know, Waka Flocka, and big shout to Lax Wine and Spirits in Washington, D.C., who canceled his motherfucking in-store because of his views. That's what has to happen. Because everybody else is a little more inclusive than white supremacists. So black men, how? How are you standing beside someone or even playing because of likes or some type of algorithm benefit? What are we doing, Sugar? Because these coons, right? And it's sad. I had a conversation with Robin, you know, Ball Alert, big shout out to Ball Alert. We literally have worked years to make that a respectable platform for news. But you want people to be ignorant to get views. Bars, I didn't even mean that. But you want people to be stupid to get attention. And all these companies out here paying these stupid motherfuckers to be more stupid, you part of the problem. But help me, because black men in particular, I can't understand this, Sugar.
The only thing I can think is that they hate women. They don't want a woman telling them what to do. They have mama issues that they haven't dealt with. So whenever I say to other people, do your work, it's because, like, what in the world is wrong with you that you have such hatred within of something that made you? Like, a black woman made you. Actually, a black woman made everybody on this earth. Let's be real.
Yes, come on.
So you can't, I just don't understand why people hate women so much. And I focus on black women because I'm a black woman.
That's right.
But even the guy from Fuentes was talking so crazy like he ain't got no mama. Baby, you got a mama. If you need to deal with whatever your mama issues are, deal with that and stop spewing all this hatred. I don't get it. Because women support women. Women support men. Women support the world. In Kenny Burns' voice, black women will save the world.
Amen.
And y'all don't believe it. Why y'all don't trust us? Why we don't trust each other? Why don't we trust ourselves?
Yeah, and it's gonna take generations to fix that.
Yes.
And I was watching Don Lemon, and big shout out to Don Lemon. He done got up out of the CNN and he's on the streets, child. He done got him a microphone and he outside. And I love his conversation and his commentary, because he had this group of women who were, I'm assuming, in a little, I don't know, child. I think he in Atlanta sometime, then it looked like New York. So wherever he was, he had this group of white women. And he had asked the one white woman, like, are you scared? She's like, absolutely. You know, I'm originally from Ukraine. You know, we have people that have, you know, cases pending, you know, documents pending. And it was one white girl that just got up out the scene because she didn't want to be seen on camera because she clearly was with the shits. And you could tell who the people are. These are the people in your friend groups. All my white brothers and sisters on the right side of history. You gotta make people feel uncomfortable in your immediate circles. You can't keep allowing people to think a way that is detrimental to you. Ladies and gentlemen, we talk about it often here at the Kenny Burns Show because we do believe in growth. We believe that everybody that started out with you will not be with you along this journey. And it's okay, because you can't leave this world not aligned with your passion and your purpose. You can't leave this world hoping things get right. You gotta do what's necessary in your immediate circles to make sure that that is what it is. You're not going to change the world. I'm not going to change the world, but I'm changing lives. Every single day, I'm changing lives. I'm impacting, I'm inspiring, and I'm informing. That does somebody some good. And it makes me nervous. It makes me nervous, to Sugar's point though, because it be us. Kendra said last episode too, when we had the big live, and big shout out to everybody that participated in the live. Y'all did amazing. Next time we'll have a waiting room. All the things will be flushed out. Tiffany will be working on that. But we literally, y'all, we do it to ourselves. We talk a good game. We mobilize every 4 years. Some of us mobilize on the local and state elections every 2 years. Very small group of us are doing this every day, every week, trying to make sure our communities are better. But what the fuck? Don't you see the value in us? Don't you see it? I said it this weekend. It's like, okay, cool. We're not a monolith, but we should be, focused on community. Our community. Shouldn't we be a monolith when it comes to our community? Don't we deserve to have trusted voices, not to be scared in our own community?
We definitely deserve to be able to be safe, seen, heard, appreciated in our own spaces, because we're not going to be any of those things in other spaces. We have to create it for ourselves. And you talked about that earlier. We aren't respected, we aren't safe, and we aren't wanted. I want Black people to do well. I want all people to do well. But I have to focus on who I am and the fact that I know that we are amazing and we can do anything that we put our minds to. So, and anything that we touch can blow up if we believe in ourselves. It's just sad that we don't believe in ourselves to this point. And we should, because we are amazing, period.
Ken, you got anything back?
Yeah, mine ain't gonna be as positive as that. I wanted to speak on Waka Flocka, because how you gonna try to become a victim because no one wanted to come to your little signing?
Yeah.
This is the things, like, that's the punishment you're gonna receive for taking away our freedom. And then you're gonna say, well, what happened to freedom of speech? You don't get it. So now we're gonna hit your ass in your pockets, just like you hit our pocket. Okay? And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you got to be a woman to get it, I guess.
And by the way, he didn't vote. So my thing is, like, you talking about freedom of speech and you ain't exercise your vote, what you telling other people to do? Okay.
Exactly.
Speaking of which, when you say he didn't vote, did y'all see the website where you can look up whether a person voted or not?
Yes.
It's called didmyfriendsvote.org. It shut down right after the election because the votes hadn't been entered yet. So when I tell y'all, people that was talking the most, like, I'm so disappointed. You ain't voted.
Right.
2016, 2020, 2024.
Amber Rose too, right?
First of all, I didn't look her up, but I looked up some people that I went to undergrad with while they doing all that talking and they ain't vote. Bye.
Ooh, earrings came out. But I do want to say this. Extremism is not what we're talking about here on the Kenny Burns Show. We believe in the ideals of what America was built on, meaning I'm not talking about the white supremacy. I'm talking about a nation for all, where immigrants can thrive and be successful. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the way I grew up. I love every culture, walking through the hood, smelling, the curry, smelling the motherfucking spices. I love, the local bodegas and shops that had different foods and different experiences. I love the fashion that came from all these places. It made me who I am. And there's no place for extremism in that, because we all have to live together in this world. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Live from the Comments section. Let me have it, Ken.
My comment is from Natural Lady Friday, and she was speaking about our episode last week when we were talking about we need to mobilize and come together as a community. She said, we will survive and keep fighting, standing tall while knowing our worth, continue to trust in God and not man. I love my TKBS Nation fam. And that is absolutely right. She's correct. We got to keep our prayers heavy for surviving this next 4 years of what we're going to go through emotionally, because it's going to be chaotic. and it's going to weigh really heavy on us financially, and it's going to weigh heavy on us mentally. So we definitely have to get your tribe together and have someone that you can speak with and just, we'll be all right. Just keep God first.
This too shall pass. Dr. Sugar, I know you got a comment this week.
Yeah, so I went on over to the TikTok and there was someone named Jana Gilliard. I don't have a problem with people voting however they vote. So this comment said, people backed it up. They showed up at the polls, just didn't vote the way you wanted. That's democracy. It's not even about that, sis. It's about the fact that you're supporting somebody who does not have your best interests at heart. It wasn't about what I wanted. It's about what the nation needs as a whole. It has nothing to do with what people chose to do in that ballot box. It has everything to do with the fact that these are the things that they think represent who they are. And it doesn't represent us as a nation. I live in an area that is so diverse, like literally. If you go outside, you're going to see a Peruvian place, a Turkish place, something from a Hispanic country, something from Africa. Like literally within 5 minutes of my house, I could go everywhere. I call it All Nations. I love it. But that doesn't support all of the people that support this economy around where I live. And so if somebody else is affected negatively and I have some kind of say so, I'm going to make sure that I speak up for the voiceless. So that's not even what this is. So I hear what you're saying, don't agree with you, and I wish you Godspeed. Peace.
Peace. All right, Tiff, I know we got some live from the comments section with the nation. Talk to me.
We were trying to stay positive, but I guess people still want to act a fool. So on TikTok, Love Thy Nova, it says, thinking white women would show up for you when they have always been your downfall is our first problem, SMH.
Child, let me tell you something. I believe in all people, and I think the best in all people. And if a white woman can help our agendas, I'm going to talk to the ones that's willing to help. And then I'm going to make the other ones feel bad for supporting them rapists, sexist, classist, misogynistic, give me something else, fascists, all the things, husbands, okay? I'm gonna keep doing that. But I'm not gonna not believe in somebody just because they white. I'm definitely gonna call out white men. I'm gonna say white men because we need to be terrified of certain white men, like Nick Fuentes, Donald Trump, Elon motherfucking Musk. Child, you better be nervous. Just like Kendra, if you got a Tesla, get rid of it. All right, we got anything else from the nation, baby?
Yes, you already know that we come through with love. So, of course, we have...
Got to end it with some love.
Yes. And this is from last week from the live that was so amazing. This is from YouTube. Kenya5613 says, I love KB and the Nation. This conversation was very necessary.
Listen, we love you. We appreciate that energy because that's all we have to give. I mean, we're here to impact, inform, and inspire, but we want to love on y'all. We want to have some love. You know what I'm saying? Energy every time. So thank you very much. And now it's time for As the World Turns with Kenny Burns. America, you lied. Since the beginning of time, you sold us on ideals and dreams that you yourself do not believe nor practice. You've let your husbands lie, steal, kill, rape, and pillage for generations. And now what many people believe to be true about the way you really feel about us, because you confirm that by the millions with your support for this racist, classist, fascist, non-qualified asshole. Everything has changed, and I mean everything. And a necessary line has been drawn in the sand. And just remember that you brought this energy on yourself. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we up out of here. Make sure you like, share, comment, and send this clip to everybody you know. I'm tired of being the best coming in second. You know what I mean? Kiss my ass. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Kendra gonna take us up out of here.
The dream is real.
And fuck Donald Trump.
Fuck Donald Trump.
The dream is real.